When did you realize you married a monster? My husband and I had been trying to get pregnant unsuccessfully for over a year. When I was diagnosed as infertile, Mark didn't even pause before saying, "Good thing we have other options in the family." By the time I could even ask what he meant, the doorbell had rung. My sister Sierra walked in wearing a very low-cut dress. She instantly hugged my husband for way too long. "I'm so honored to be your surrogate," she gushed while staring at him. Mark's mother was suddenly in my living room too, setting up what looked like a PowerPoint on our TV. "This is an intervention," Mark announced, guiding Sierra to sit next to him. When his hand landed on her thigh, something cold settled in my chest. His mother clicked through slides about family bloodlines while Sierra kept touching Mark's arm, giggling at things that weren't even funny. The thing was, Sierra had been obsessed with Mark since our wedding day. She'd always found excuses to visit, always needed his help with something. "Claire, you know how much having a biological child means to me," Mark said, his voice taking on that tone he used when he wanted something. "Sierra's offering us a gift. The baby would still look like you, still be part of your family." Sierra leaned forward, practically spilling out of her dress. "I'll move in during the process so we can bond as a family unit." Mark was already pulling out his phone. "She'll need the guest room by tonight." Sierra squealed and started planning where her things would go. His mother was discussing ovulation calendars. I opened my mouth, but no one was looking at me anymore. Sierra moved in that night with 3 suitcases. Johnny, Mark's college roommate, stopped by that first week. "I told my mom about your guys' arrangement, and she made me promise to check in on you," he said, watching Sierra prance around in Mark's shirt. I just nodded and shut the door. The trying had begun immediately. He'd kiss my forehead, tell me he loved me, then disappear into the guest room with her for hours. The first time, I stood in the hallway listening to her giggling. I had nowhere to go. Mark had taken out $50,000 in loans in my name for the IVF. If I left, I'd be bankrupt. I kept telling myself it was for our future family. But when I heard him groan her name, I ran to the bathroom and threw up. 3 more months passed. 3 months of Sierra calling him Marky. That's when Johnny started showing up more and more. Somehow he was the only one I could cry to without feeling pathetic. "This isn't normal, Claire," he said one afternoon, his voice gentle. "You know that, right?" I started crying so hard I couldn't breathe. The night my world shifted, I was at Johnny's apartment. We were watching BoJack Horseman, and simply from the way he looked at me, I remembered what it felt like to matter to someone. I was just about to lean in for a cheeky kiss when Johnny smiled. "You know what's weird? It usually doesn't take this long to get pregnant. I think he's in for a surprise." That's when my phone rang. It was Mark. When I picked up, he was sobbing so hard the phone kept cutting out. "The doctor, Sierra, he was hyperventilating. "She has the same infertility thing you have. It's genetic. Your whole maternal line." My heart stopped. "Claire, I'm so sorry. I need you. Please come home. We can figure something else out." The room was spinning. Johnny's hand found mine while Mark continued. "Claire, you're my wife. You'll help me fix this, right? You always fix everything." In the background, I could hear Sierra screaming about how he'd used her, how he'd promised her things. Mark's voice was desperate now. "Say something. Please. I love you."